Are we in a bull market or are we in a bear market? Some people believe that if prices are going up, then you're in a bull market, and if prices are going down, you're in a bear market. That's not necessarily the case. I'm going to show you a chart, and I'm going to explain exactly how to know if you're in a bull or bear market and what we're in right now. My disclaimer, I'm Brian, big dumb animal, don't do what I do, informational purposes only, not a financial advisor. Now, in down markets or sideways markets, even up markets, I like to trade. I use two different platforms. I use BTCC and I use BitUnix. There are links down below, and you can see as a viewer of my channel, you will get bonuses if you sign up with either of them. Also, I have a school community where I teach. We have discussions on a daily basis, market updates. You can learn all about crypto. Just go to the About page. You'll see a short video and it describes it. There's two different tiers. Let me show you why. In the classroom, there are many different courses. And I have courses now, and I have a subscription level. It's a monthly subscription to the site. It's a paid community. But I have now courses to teach you all about things like futures and leverage and how to trade, exactly how to do it, and strategies. More importantly, just recently, a 12-video course on copy trading. And I show you how to set it up on BitUnix or how to set it up on BTCC. And I teach you everything you need to know from start to finish, how to pick good copy traders, how to pick the good from the bad, that sort of thing. All right, let's get into the market itself. Now, this shows you the structure of a bear market, and then I'll show you a bull market. In a bear market, you're going to have highs and lows, peaks and valleys in any market. The question is, are we in a bear or are we in a bull? Bear meaning it's going down. How would you know it's going down? Well, when you've got these ups and downs and you have a point here, and then you've got it going down, and then it retraces and goes up again. Did this come way up here, or is it lower than this one? In this case, this high, if you will, of this down and up is right here. Down and up, here's the high. So you have here what you would call a lower high, because this high of the movement is lower than this one. And then the lows. Here's a low. The next low is lower than this one. So you have lower highs, that's these moving down, and lower lows. That means you're in a downtrend or a bear market. Of course, the opposite of that is a bull market. If the price moves up and then retraces, that's your high point. It retraces, that's your low point. It moves up, there's your high point, there's your low point. So what is this showing us? These are higher highs as it moves up, and these lows are actually higher because the next high is higher than that high and the next low is higher than that low. So in a bull market, you have higher highs and higher lows. As we put these next to each other, you can see in the bear market and the bull market. What is this showing us? It's showing us structure. So here's the basic rule to know. In a bull market, you're going to have higher highs and higher lows. In a bear market, you're going to have lower highs and lower lows. So let's apply this to the current crypto market. On TradingView, you look for total, T-O-T-A-L. This is the sum of all of the cryptocurrency, the total market cap. This is like looking at the stock exchange in totality. So we look at this and let's apply it. This was my point about prices. You'll see people on X or anywhere and they'll say, oh, prices went down today. We're in a bear market. And then the next day, prices went up. We're in a bull market. Well, no, it's not about the price activity. It's about the structure. So in this case, this was a correction. It's a little hard to see, but the top of this box is actually a wick, meaning the price, the total market cap had gotten up to the top of this box. The bottom was down here, this wick. In totality, from the top to the bottom was a 40% drop. Price went up and it came down. Then what did it do? It shot up and peaked here and then came down and reversed. So then we have now another high and another low. So the question is, are these higher highs or lower lows? It's obvious from looking at the picture that this high is higher than that one and this low is higher than that one. Okay, So from here to here, and by the way, this is entire market this is 2023, 2024, all the way up to present day, November 21st, 2025, when I recorded this. Okay, two higher high and a higher low. Great. That tells us we're in a bull market. This one was a 40% correction. This one from peak to bottom was a 38% correction, roughly. This could have been 39, this could have been 39, but roughly speaking. So now where are we? Well, after it reversed, it shot up and we got our peak. Actually, it looks like it was right there. We got our peak up here and it reversed. So that is our high. We still have a higher high. Here's the question. Now that the price has come down and it has wicked down to there, and I believe, let's see what this is. It's not a 30% drop. It is more. If you go to that wick, we're at 36, roughly speaking. At the moment. Why do I say that? Because we haven't reversed yet. Could this continue to drop? So the question now to know whether or not we're in a continuing bull market or a bear market is, where is this bottom going to end? So this is the low of last time. And the rule says we want a higher low. So we want this one to stop before it gets to that blue. And then reverse. As long as it's above the last time's low, technically, if it were to reverse here and move up and continue past this high, then we've got a higher high, a higher low, and we're in a continuing bull market. Technically speaking, if it were to come down here, well, then we're going to not have a higher low. And we could have a breakdown of the market, and that would mean we are entering a bear market. Now, could it always come down real low and then shoot back up? It could. So we want to see, where's it going to bottom, which is going to give us a general idea of bull or bear. We want to see it move to the upside. And then as it comes up, when it does have a correction, is it going to have a higher high or a lower one? It could potentially stop here, ride up, and stop there. That, and then correct. In this case, we would not have a higher high. We'd have a lower high. So we want to see this, if it's a bear market structure, technically speaking, we want it to stop and reverse before it gets down here. And then we want it to go up here before it reverses. And then when it corrects, we want that correction there. Corrections are normal. If you were to look at the Dow Jones over the last 20 years, you would say, wow, it's been in a bull market the entire time. Not true. It had bull, it had bear, it had bull, it had bear, it had corrections. But how you know is the structure using that rule. And by the way, take a look at this. 30 to 40% corrections are common in crypto bull markets, even mid-cycle. 2016-17 bull run had 5 major 30 to 40% corrections. In that bull run, 5 times it had 30 to 40% corrections. At the moment, now we may have had one back in 23, a small one. So potentially we've had, I guess, maybe 4. But to me, these are the ones I'm paying attention to because they're the largest ones in what I believe this to be our bull run. We've only had 3. So if this does turn and we have higher highs and we have higher lows and we continue in a bull market structure, do not be surprised if this happens again and again and again until it breaks down into a bear market with lower highs and lower lows. 2021 bull run. It had 3, a 35%, a 28%, and a 53%. That is substantial. The entire total market came down 53% during that bull run. Currently, 39, 38, roughly 36. That's what I'm showing you here. So see here, it's the magnitude of the correction does not determine bull versus bear. The structure determines it. So that is what I wanted to explain. Very simple. It's the rule. You want to just see, are we going to continue with higher highs and higher lows? If that structure continues, then we're still in a bull market. If the structure breaks down, then we're in a bear market. Doesn't mean things can't turn at any time and go the opposite direction. But until you see the structure break down, we haven't broken the bull market structure as of yet. If you would, please listen to my school community. I think you can get a lot out of it. Click the link in the description down below. Watch the video. Take a look. It might be something you're interested in. I would love to have you in the community. Thanks for watching. Love how I break things down? Then hop into my crypto school. You'll get step-by-step courses on everything. Buying, selling, staking for yield, borrowing, lending, even going fully debanked. Plus, join lively crypto chats and catch my daily market updates. And lastly, if you just want to help support the channel, there's a join button just below this video.